Hey, good morning, everybody. I'm here with another episode of Cosplay Bites, the show all about cosplay commentary, conventions, and just topics related to cosplay. You guys can listen to this on SoundCloud and iTunes. This is my second episode for February, and with me, I've got my friend Stephanie. Hi.
Sorry.
So yeah, she goes by Sutefaniiroozu online everywhere, and yeah. So this mainly we're gonna start talking about Katsucon, but before that, there hasn't been much of a gap between episodes, so I'm probably gonna be spewing the same stuff I did last time. But I've been celebrating the 28 Days of Black Cosplay hashtag on my blog all month long. So, like every feature for February, I'm not counting the one I did on February 1st. That doesn't count. um, but it's ending this week with Jihatsu's Charlotte Katakuri from One Piece. And then I got an interview this coming Friday with Libby Cole Cosplay, and then starting in March, I'm gonna start writing up all my Katsucon write-ups. But we're probably gonna get all into that later on. PAX East is gonna be my next convention at the end of March, so that'll be fun. And just a quick shout out to all of my patrons that are supporting me on Patreon. We got Shaylin, Noah, Nicole Marie Jean, Coralia Jade, Katyushka Moonfox, Oh My Sophie, and Mink the Satyr. So, with all that out of the way and being said, let's just get into it with the main topic. So, Stephanie, you went to Katsucon.
Yes, I did.
The whole weekend, right?
Yep, we got in Thursday evening. So we were there Thursday through Sunday.
Okay. So, yeah, how was it?
Good, really good. I'm really glad that I was able to do a fun cosplay that I was proud of. Because for a little while it was seeming like I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to pull anything fun off. I had surgery, so.
Oh no. Did the surgery go well?
Yeah, everything went well. I'm really happy I went through with that.
Yeah. So you went the whole weekend. How many outfits did you bring?
I brought 3 cosplays. I did an armor Friday and Saturday, and then Sunday I just went pretty comfy. Just a low-key kind of costume.
Okay. I think one of them was Toothless, right?
Yeah, Toothless I did on Saturday with Mirami Cosplay. She did the Light Fury.
Okay. And then, if I remember correctly, you did your Ebon Blade outfit from BlizzCon.
Yes.
With no body paint this time around, so that must have been a huge relief.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I loved the body paint and I was so happy with it when I got to do it at BlizzCon, but body paint, like having really nice body paint done is very expensive, and it's also a huge hassle to get off if you're using alcohol based, because it doesn't rub off throughout the day, which is awesome, but as soon as you want to take it off, it's a huge pain in the ass.
Yeah, and then it takes God knows how long to get it on you.
Yeah.
Depending on how much you want covered.
Like or 2, maybe? I can't remember.
Right. So yeah, there was I didn't go for reasons. I had to be an adult, and save.
No.
I had to save my money, but yeah, it just what?
I just laughed.
Oh,
I hate adulting. I'm gonna have to do that pretty soon here myself
yeah.
with taxes.
Oh yeah. Um. So I was just staring at photos from my laptop as they were being posted. So yeah, tell us about how the con was for you. Like just stuff you did, people you saw, cosplays you really liked.
It was pretty good. We got in, and so Friday or Thursday, yeah, we got in, and I ended up staying with It's Boba Fett, and
Okay.
we had been like mutual followers for a while, and like we saw each other in passing at cons, always very friendly and stuff, but I never like got to actually hang out with her a little bit, so getting to like room with her was kind of nice over the weekend. It was really fun. I got to meet her and one of her friends, Emma. I was nervous about having to room with someone I didn't know because we were sharing a bed, and she was super super sweet.
Yeah.
And so Friday was the Ebon Blade meetup, and super cold. I mean, I can't complain though because it could have been a lot colder, but it just
Yeah.
didn't help being down by the water.
Oh yeah.
The wind, it was just the wind chill is the worst.
Yeah, that's what David was telling me about in the last episode, where he was like everyone was so up in the air about the weather and like flights being delayed and whatnot. And then like he told me he was wearing a tank top, so I was like, oh okay.
Yeah, well, in like midday, like around like 12 or like 1, when the sun's out and it's like at its peak, it was pretty toasty out there. It was really nice.
Yeah.
But the Ebon Blade, I don't know how I missed the group shot. I got down there at 2, and we went and took some group photos, and then we did some solos, and I thought I had hit up just about everybody that was around in the area for like photographers like bumping around. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna go get out of this cosplay because the wig was just blowing everywhere and getting tangled. So I was like, I'm gonna go get out of this costume. And then later, everybody was posting up the group shot, and I was like, wait, I thought I did those. But
oh no.
I wonder if they retook some of those group shots because we crossed over this fence to go take the photos, and a couple people like were a little uneasy about it because we weren't sure if we were allowed to be over there, so maybe they didn't want to post those ones. I don't know. But yeah, and then we headed on back. I did do a personal vlog myself for the weekend. I only posted on Patreon until the anniversary of that con, and then it'll go live next year on my YouTube channel. So
Okay.
but so that was Friday, and then Friday night we went to, that's another reason I didn't do body paint, was because I did Chandra's on Friday, and then that evening we went to the MGM felt party.
Right, yeah.
And that was fun. We had a table with Kate Sarkisian,
Okay, yeah.
and it was just nice. I got to meet Hendo Art and who's the other one? Adeline Frost.
Oh yeah, I've seen those two mentioned a lot in my social media feed and whatnot. Yeah.
Yeah, they're so nice. Oh my gosh, it's so awesome to like meet all the cosplayers in the community because you just see everybody's work and how like they have their own unique styles and stuff. But
Yeah, that's the one thing I liked about Katsucon going the last couple of years, because it's like it was one con where a lot of people from all over the country came to. I know last year I was able to meet Rachel Nicole, Severia Cosplay, Jenna, Lynn Meowry was there. I would have loved to have met It's Boba Fett. Yeah, she's a sweetheart.
she really is. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
yeah.
her red hair so much. It's just so bright. I'm like,
it looks
see you from afar.
It looks good on her, yeah.
But let's think. So that's Friday, and then Saturday, we woke up a little bit late from the previous night, and
Partying too hard.
a little bit. But we went out. I have such a struggle with contacts, so my friend was helping me get them in, and I think that made such a big difference in that cosplay, though. I feel like, I don't know, if you look at Toothless's color scheme, it's black, and the only pop of color is his eyes. So I was like, I have to wear the contacts. But we got them in, and we got down there. And we got down to take pictures, like, just in time for, like, the golden hour and, like, sunset. Oh, yeah, that's what I was going to say. Speaking of people that came from, like, out of the country and stuff, I'm not sure where he's located, but I know that most of his videos are not in the United States. So, Capture the Prince, I think, or no, it's Rescue the Princess on YouTube. He does a lot of really good videography work, and after we were getting a bunch of shots in our Light Fury and Night Fury, and he handed my friend Mirami a card, and she's like, oh my gosh, she's like, you're Rescue the Princess. Like, we didn't realize that it was him, and I'm so stoked that I got to work with him. And the Sleepy Muse, Nico, she did absolutely incredible getting, like, she only sent me back one photo so far so I could post one for the How to Train Your Dragon release. But it's beautiful, and I'm so excited to get the rest of those photos back. Like, I'm really impressed that she only sent me one photo back, and I just absolutely love it, because I am such a critic of my work and pictures taken of me, so I'm, like, super stoked.
She made you look good.
She did a good. A very good.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I've heard of those two people before.
Yeah, you should look. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you have to look up their work.
Yeah.
And then let's see. So, I did forget my fangs, though. I brought them, but I just forgot to put them in. I was gonna wear fangs for Toothless.
Okay.
But I guess, per se, maybe the fangs wouldn't have been accurate anyways, because he either has no teeth, or he has a bunch of teeth, and they're all kind of pointy a little bit. They're not flat like human teeth, but it may not make sense to just have two fangs, so I guess maybe it's a good thing I didn't wear them.
Right.
People are commenting on my photo like, oh no, like, you posted a Toothless photo but you're smiling. I'm like, yeah, but Toothless has, like, retractable teeth, so sometimes he's got teeth.
Right.
I actually didn't realize that he goes, like, electric blue. I was like, oh, that would have been kind of cool to incorporate some lights and stuff. Because in the second movie, I had only seen the first one, and I watched the second one to get ready to go see the third. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. He's such a cute character. This is probably up there with, like, some of my favorite costumes.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I think I saw the first movie, but I forgot about it. I didn't really pay attention. Like, I read the books when I was younger, but I mean, the movie didn't leave, like, a lasting impression on me from what I remember, because I know I did see the first one at least.
Yeah. The newest one's really, really good.
Yeah.
I saw that.
Yeah.
I am just such a sap. I was so emotional. Especially when it comes to, like, I don't know, like, pets and, like, animals that are near and dear to you. I don't know. because like Hiccup and Toothless's relationship. I don't know. You guys you'll have to go see it.
I'll have to go see it. Yeah, maybe one day. Yeah.
But oh my gosh, it's so funny. Like as far as costumes go, I didn't realize what I was getting into. I made my Toothless cosplay in 10 days. That's why they
Oh my
call
gosh.
it crunch.
Yep.
But so the hardest parts are never the armor pieces. The armor always looks the most impressive, but to be quite honest, the wings, the top, and the tail were the worst because they were all sewing. That tail alone, I was able to gauge this because I was posting my progress on Snapchat all night from the moment I started to the moment I finished.
Yeah.
That tail alone took me 10 hours to make.
Oh my god.
I was really happy with it though. So.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Oh, that could have been such a disaster.
It could have. Yeah, I get so.
The
You
wing.
did your. Okay, go. Yep.
I just want to hit on this really quick because my friends are super awesome and they're designers and they're just going to help out the community so much. So, the wings that we had for our Toothless and Light Fury, I initially got them from Amazon because they were quite cheap. They were about $20, but
Okay.
it seems since then they've upped the price to like $50, and it seems a little ridiculous, but
Huh.
I was able to use the wing mechanism from my Meta Knight for my Toothless.
Okay. Yep.
Basically just made covers, new covers out of new material for the wings. So the one side is sewn and the other side is Velcro, so I can like take them off and change them out. So my friends made their own wings and she's going to start selling them. So if you like my Meta Knight wings or my Toothless wings and you're looking for wings for a cosplay, you should hit up Mirror Me Cosplay or 44 Studios Cleveland, I think, is his other handle. Her boyfriend Alex also is the designer. They have like scout fly cages and stuff from Monster Hunter. They make all sorts of stuff. So if you're looking for wings, they just designed the whole mechanism that we used for ours.
All right, there you go. Inside scoop for cosplayers listening to this episode. Anything else about Toothless that you wanted to talk about? Because I know I have it on my little notes over here that to talk about the outfits that you made and brought. Any other difficult parts or like fun parts about Toothless that you wanted to talk about?
Let me think. No, not particularly. It was a really fun costume. I feel like it reflects in my work a lot too when I get to work on something where I really like the character and I feel very in my element in the costume.
Yeah.
Toothless in particular, I really love we decided to do a Viking theme because the community in the How to Train Your Dragon movies, they're all Vikings. So
Yeah.
we did a lot of fur, a lot of leather, like Viking horns and pelts and stuff like that. I loved the style and I love black. Black like my soul. I love black. So it was just very me. It was a very me costume.
Very you costume. Okay, yeah. That's great to hear. And then your Ebon Blade, Chandris, that was so I mean you did that last year.
Yeah, I did that at BlizzCon, and I was glad that they did another meetup because I don't know if I would have worn that cosplay again. It's so funny, you work so hard on these costumes and you wear them like once or twice.
And then never again.
Yeah, that's why you can only hope to get like really good photos while you're out in them, so.
Yeah. So is it because like wearing costumes like Toothless or like Chandris, like you wear them once or twice? Is that because like they're such a hassle to get into?
To be quite honest, the main reason you only wear them once or twice is, well, I'm just I'm always on to the next thing. I'm like, all right, that was fun. I loved the costume. If I got a couple good pictures, I'm happy. It's like it's my showcase of my artwork that I made, and I can move on. But um, the other reason is that like I very much am a person that wants to move on to a new project. So when I come home or when I'm getting
Yeah.
cosplay, a lot of stuff breaks or chips or you gotta, if you want to rewear a costume, you'll have to like touch it up.
Oh yeah.
And a lot of the times I'm too lazy to go back and fix things to wear an old costume.
No, that's understandable. Yeah.
I'd rather just start something new. But I would be willing to go back and fix some like belts and buckles and things just so I could wear a costume if I didn't get pictures that I'm happy with.
Yeah. No, I'm just thinking about myself because like I wear Prompto pretty much to every convention because it doesn't take too much. Like the only touch up that I would have to do is get a friend to help me touch up his wig. But
Yeah.
like there's nothing too complex about it. And like I have my new Kingdom Hearts 3 Riku that I'm probably gonna debut at New York Comic-Con. I
Ooh.
was I was debating PAX East, but since I'm only going for a day because that's what that's what not going to Katsucon allowed me to do, like go to more local cons for just a day.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking I'm only going for a day at PAX East to like maybe buy stuff, see friends. I don't want to worry about my cosplay.
Yeah, that's understandable, especially PAX East. It's not a big cosplay con, and it's more of a con you like want to go and have fun and look at all the games and developers.
Yeah. If I was going for more than one day, yeah, I would bring it. But like I'm only going for one. But like stuff like my Aquaman cosplay, like I only wore him twice. And I'd like to wear him again, but that would involve me like fixing up his armor because like the paint's chipping off and I gotta reapply the Velcro and
Yep.
yeah.
There's just things you don't foresee because I crunch a lot of my costumes, so I didn't even get to wear Toothless until I got to the convention. So I was really happy that everything looked good all together. But you should really, if you have the time, you should really do like a test run so you know how mobility is in the costume. So like things don't break when you move, or things are strong. Um,
Right.
yeah. That's not always the case for me, but luckily it worked out.
Yeah. Like Riku Kingdom Hearts 3 Riku at PAX East would have been his test run, but like I don't think there's much I have to worry about. Like the only oopsie I did was um overestimating the size. So I went with a medium,
Oh,
thinking it'd be fine. Like
yeah.
I was worried a small would be too tight. Oh, I was wrong. Like I'm worried I won't look as good, but people are telling me I'll look fine because it looks a little bit big on me, and like there are two parts to the outfit where I don't think I can actually wear because they're so giant.
Oh no.
Like his wrist cuffs, like
Well,
his
do
arm guard that come off of his gloves. Like I can't wear them.
you might be able to like I don't know. Do you sew at all?
I mean, I have a sewing machine, but I mean, very very little.
Because you might be able to even at the very least, you could get like a button and just take a sewing needle and stitch the button on one side and cut a slit in the other side so you can button it and shorten it up, or maybe attach some hot glue some elastic to the edges and adjust it.
Yeah, I could try to finagle with it. Maybe like hot
I
glue
believe
the wrist
you.
guards, hot glue the wrist guards to the gloves because the way they go on is like they're Velcro.
Okay.
So, I mean, I have time if he's gonna do it. if he's gonna be a New York debut, I have time. So
Yeah, that's good.
yeah. And the keyblade is ginormous. Like, oh my god. Let's see here. Any other outfit that you saw that you wanted to talk about, or like you fangirled over at the con?
Let me think. The
Good.
whole Overwatch group was really cool. That like Glade Zekai and like Jessica Negri and Becca Noel or Noel. I don't know how people pronounce their names. I probably butchered half of their names, but they all looked really cool. I loved her interpretation, and initially I feel like there was a photo posted and I was like, I don't know. I was a little like underwhelmed because I was like super excited for the group. But then like a few more shots came out, and I think it was just the lighting, because if you, I don't know, lighting and like angle and stuff can really make a difference.
Yeah, that's true.
Like when it really had like good detail of like their like seams and all their like, I don't know. It was a lot of sewing for most of those girls, and to me, as personally, and I think to a lot of armor cosplayers, sewing is a lot more of a job than armor. So I was really impressed with getting to see something that was a little more tailored instead of foam smithed or warbler. It was
Yeah,
cool.
no. Yeah, I feel like armor, it can, like, at first glance, it can look like complicated, like depending on like the design. Like your Chandra's armor probably has some complicated like design and etching, but it's not that hard in terms of construction. Like, you just pattern it out, you paint it, you sandwich stuff together, you prime it, more paint.
It's just got a learning curve. You have to just do it. Like once you start doing it, because I think like my first armor with foam was my Shadow of the Colossus armor, I believe. And there's little things here and there. Like it wasn't a bad armor by any means. I was pretty happy with it, but there were little things that I learned, and I learned new things each time I do it. And you just gotta like, you gotta heat seal with a heat gun, and you gotta heat form, and like making the pattern I think is probably one of the hardest things. But once you get into it, it's not that bad. The hardest thing is adding in all the little details. I think that's what's most impressive with armor, is like all the really little details and stuff.
Yeah.
And the painting's huge. You can have a beautiful armor, but if you don't know how to paint and do highlights and shadows, like highlights and shadows make a world of a difference in a costume.
Yeah. Paint.
It takes it to the next level.
Yeah, painting's always my favorite part of when I'm doing armor work.
Me too.
Yeah.
You just see it all coming together.
And then you get all excited and even more motivated to finish it off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's how the process was for my my Keyblade that I made when I did Kingdom Hearts Riku from the 3DS game, but then I did his Keyblade from the second game. That whole process was a lot of fun once I got it all carved out and I was seeing it coming together. I was like, oh my god.
Yes. What'd you end up making it out of?
Wood.
No way. Was it heavy?
It's heavy. So this was when I was still in this was when I was still in college. Like, here, you could probably wait. Yeah.
Oh, I see it.
You folks can't see it, but we're doing this video chat. But you're not gonna see any of this. But when I was in college, the school that I went to had a nearby like art studio or something like that, but it had like a laser woodcutter.
That's
So
cool.
I bought 2 plies of wood And the guys at Home Depot were really helpful. When I told them what I would make, it's like, oh my god, really? Like, yeah, let's help you out.
Yeah, they're always like, what? And they're like, it's so cool if they know.
Yeah. So then, like, I drove up to school that same day and met with a professor, and yeah, we did 2 cuts of the blade just in case one of them got screwed up. But yeah, it came out good, and then I had to learn working with a Dremel to carve it out,
Yeah.
and then all the paint. This was like throughout a whole summer. I did this, like waking up early in the morning, probably pissing off my brother, who was still sleeping.
Yeah, the
Um,
Dremel at like 9, 10 in the morning.
yeah, and it was a lot of fun. I think I only got to bring it once or twice, just because now I guess conventions are a lot more stricter with the type of material your
Right.
props can be made out of. So I don't know if I can ever bring that Keyblade again for Riku. But I mean, I've also got the Kingdom Hearts 3 one over here,
Mm-hmm.
and that was made out of PVC. I bought that
Yeah.
from a vendor on eBay. And then my friend for my birthday last month got me a foam of the regular normal Kingdom Key that they found at GameStop. So like worst case I can always bring that one too.
That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw the Mythic Overwatch group. That was really fun. I got stuff planned for them in terms of writing about it. What else did I see?
I saw in a video, I didn't see it in person, but there was like an Ava from like Evangelion or Evangelion. I probably
Okay.
didn't pronounce it right, but it was Shinji's Ava, and it was so cool.
Yeah. Yeah, Jenna wore Asuka for one of the days. One of my friends, Azura cosplay, she made a gorgeously detailed Zelda outfit with armor.
I think I did see her
Yeah.
when I was heading out going to the Ebon Blade meetup. I think I saw her out there doing photos and stuff. She looked
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, and then JC Cosplay was part of an evolution group with really extravagant evolution designs that she and another cosplayer came up with.
Was it Monster Hunter inspired or no?
No, these were like ball gown dresses or stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
And she was Jolteon because that's her evolution that she always seems to do.
Aw.
Let me see. I'm gonna take a little quick. Like who else do I have lined up? Boba Fett Vault Girl. I want to write about that.
Yeah, it looked so good. I'd
Yeah.
like to do a Vault Dweller.
Falafel cosplay with her Meta Knight, her like armored, beefed up Meta Knight. I was going nuts over that.
She did a Meta Knight? I need to see this.
Oh yeah, look up. Yeah, you just look up her name when you're done with this, and like you'll see it. It's like you'll love it. Like
I think I can look it up while we're talking. Okay.
I mean, I'm pretty much doing the same thing right now. Like I'm looking at a photo, like I'm like anxiously waiting for more shots to come out, but like she went all out.
Oh my gosh.
It makes my Meta Knight look like a piece of crap because I didn't think of ever like interpreting it like this. There was Mina Starks with her Starfire that I wanted to write about.
Oh, wait. Did you say it was Falafel Cosplays?
Falafel, Phalafel.
Yes. Oh my god, I just found it. That looks awesome.
Yeah.
I like her interpretation of the helmet too.
Yeah, like it's a legit like knight helmet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
I really love the shoulder pauldrons, how they look.
This is what I'm talking about. Okay, in the community, I really hope that people don't get discouraged when somebody else cosplays your character. Like if they have like more followers than you, or even if they just did it really well and you don't think that you can always make it your own. Because looking at like her Meta Knight in comparison to my Meta Knight, hers is very much like knight like. It looks very realistic and like she looks like a knight. Mine is a little more cartoony, which is fine, and everybody has different interpretations. Like my friend Mirami cosplay, it was her idea to do the dragons from How to Train Your Dragon. And she initially was a little discouraged when she saw Jessica Negri do Light Fury because she really wanted to do Light Fury. And I'm like, no, you're gonna do it totally different. You're gonna have a different design, and you make it your own. And ours look nothing like any of the other people that have done them. I feel like you just put your own
Yeah,
into it.
yeah, exactly. Like comparing to my Meta Knight, like it was, I think it was early on in my cosplay convention going career, so it was basically on a budget, like very like a skin tight T-shirt for the main body part. I made a small little mask for his helmet, and then like I made his sword, which was really awesome, and then the cape was a really interesting adventure all on its own, and hot gluing the yellow trim around the edges. But yeah, like anyone can cosplay the same character because they either want to stay true to it or they can put their own spin on it. Like,
Yeah, another good comparison I was thinking is what really made me realize this was I wanted to do Alduin from Skyrim. And I saw that like it was almost exactly around the time that I saw Odena Elise do her Alduin. She had Zach Fisher do a design for her, and it was
oh yeah,
cool. And I got so discouraged. I was like, oh, she already did it. I can't do it. And then
right.
I went to Anime Expo later that year, and I saw Astro Sign. She did an incredible Alduin, and it was totally different because Zach Fisher has a specific kind of or style, I guess, and it was like very World of Warcrafty.
Specific / sadistic style.
Yes. And Astro Signs was like, how do you say that? Jajinka or whatever. It was more like that.
A Gajinka, yeah.
So like she had the head of the dragon. She had like a helmet, but it looked like a dragon's face and like head, and like she had the wings, and it was really cool. I was like, I should have just done it anyways. But now I have a new dragon in mind. I've had it in mind for like months. Like I'm dying to do this cosplay, but I can't tell you, or I'll have to kill you.
I was gonna ask, but okay. No exclusives here, folks. Sorry.
I'll tell you later.
You'll tell me in private. Okay.
Yeah, I'll let you in on my secret. 'Cause it's like my baby costume.
Your baby costume. Yeah, anything else about the con?
I was kind of surprised. So my little I say like I have a main quest cosplays, and then I have side quest cosplays. So like my main quest cosplays are obviously armors and big fun stuff that I do, and then side quests are just fun easy characters I can do on like a Sunday or a Thursday or whatever.
Yeah.
So I put my Star-Lord together like so last minute. Like all the detail work, which I ended up being kind of happy with, was done like right like the day before I left. Like the weathering of the jacket.
Oh my god.
the painting of the guns. I literally was like painting those guns 10 minutes before we left.
Oh man.
But it turned out really cute, and I was so surprised. I was excited, but also a little disappointed because I made it in the Kotaku article, which is super exciting.
Oh
But
yeah, yeah.
it was my Star-Lord cosplay and not my Toothless. But I was like, oh well. I did like my Star-Lord. It turned out pretty cute. It's the little
uh,
details.
yeah.
But I think that's about it from the weekend, other than getting to see all my friends.
Okay. Yeah, we did talk about, I guess, some aspects of how you made your Toothless. So
Yeah, something new that I kind of learned that you can do it for. I actually kind of used this method for my dry bone skull too. So when you're like patterning, because somebody was like, "What are your horns made out of? Is it pink foam?" And I was like, "No." I was like, "It's just EVA foam." So they're hollow and they were super light. Um, Basically what we did was I took like old trash bags and newspaper and I shaped it into the horn, and then we
okay,
cover it in duct tape or masking tape, and you just kind of like keep adding and like shaping to get the horn that you want. And
right,
once you have that horn, like the general shape that you like, you do it the same way you would make a breastplate or, a hip piece or a shoulder piece, and you wrap it in saran wrap and then tape over that. And then you cut the pattern off.
okay,
So as long as it's not a very specific shape, because obviously the horns were a little softer, it had like round edges, and my dry bone skull was pretty much the same way. It was just pretty rounded. You can make patterns that way. You just take like old bags or like newspaper laying around and like shape it until it's what you want.
right, right.
So that was a new technique that I did. Well, I guess not, because I did do it on my dry bones, but it was a revisited technique, I suppose.
Yeah, that's cool. Well, if you got nothing else, does seem like a good time to wrap it up then. Um, yeah. So thank you so much, Stephanie, for allowing me to do this with you and talking about Katsucon. I hope you had fun, and I hope you guys enjoyed listening to it.
Absolutely. I'm just excited to be on your podcast. Thinking of me and reaching out. I'm sorry that my schedule is all over the place, but I'm glad we got to do it before the end of the month.
Yeah, no, that's fine. No, this is good. I'm glad you wanted to do it with me. So quick heads up, next month, my guests will be Leah Stevo and Oh My Sophie, and both of them, I believe, are going to different conventions throughout March. I don't know what they are at the top of my head, but they're both going to be two different conventions. So look forward to that in March, and then in April, might as well tease it for now. I'll probably have one episode with someone to talk about PAX East from the end of March, but I also got Holly Wolf to come on the show at some point in April. So I got to think of a topic for her and I to talk about. So that should be fun. Steph, if people want to follow you, where do they go?
I have Twitch, Instagram, Patreon, Facebook. I have a Twitter, but I don't particularly use it. So all of my handles are the same. It's Sutefaniiroozu, Sutefaniiroozu. And if you like my work and want to support me, I do a lot of behind the scenes stuff on my Patreon, like my vlogs and my work in progress photos and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, go check it out. Like I see some of the posts she talks about her Patreon, like the kind of content she puts out and the physical rewards she sends out. They're really good, guys. So look into that if that's your thing.
If that's your thing, cool. If not, I'll see you over on Instagram.
Yeah, for however long that'll last, because it's a mess.
With the algorithms and stuff.
And all the targeted harassment that some of these girls are getting with getting their accounts taken down.
Yeah, that's a shame, dude.
Yeah. And then for me, I have a Twitter and an Instagram account for the Lightning Palace blog, and then you can also check out my Patreon. Also, it's free. All the posts are public, but if you pledge, if you want to, I'll send you stickers.
Yes.
And you can become immortalized in my blog. So if that's interesting, go for it. If not, no worries. I mean, it'll all be free. So